You received a letter from the Division of Workers' Compensation letting you know that you have been scheduled to see the designated doctor. Let's sit in with one of our ombudsmen to see what you need to know. Good afternoon. You're scheduled to have an exam with the designated doctor. I'm here to educate you about this exam and to answer any questions you might have. Did you receive a notice from the Division of Workers' Compensation?
Yes, I did. Can I ask who this doctor is?
The designated doctor, oftentimes referred to as a DD, is a doctor chosen and trained by the Division of Workers' Compensation, or DWC, to answer questions about an injured employee's medical condition. This is an impartial doctor who will examine you and make an unbiased expert opinion about your condition. This appointment is your chance to get an unbiased doctor's opinion to help you in your dispute with the insurance carrier. The DD has presumptive weight, which means their opinion is presumed to be correct by the division and will often be adopted.
How did this appointment get made, and am I required to attend?
A request was made to the Division of Workers' Compensation for you to see the designated doctor. This request could have been made by you, your representative, by an agency assisting you, or by the insurance carrier. Once this request was received, it was then approved and an order was sent to you to attend this examination. Because the division has issued a legal order for you and the doctor, you can be penalized if you don't attend the exam.
What if I'm not available on the date listed on the notice?
If something should come up, make sure to contact the DD's office as soon as you're aware that you're unable to attend so that you can get the exam rescheduled. There's a 21-day deadline to reschedule after a missed appointment. You should always let your ombudsman know if you're rescheduling your DD appointment, as this could affect any legal settings, such as mediations or hearings that you have pending. Also, be aware that if you're receiving income benefits, those may be stopped if you missed your exam without good reason.
Is there anything that I need to do before this exam?
One thing you can do before your exam that can be beneficial is to check what you're being sent to the exam for, and to make sure that there are no other issues that the designated doctor should take into consideration during your exam. For instance, if you're being sent to be examined for maximum medical improvement and impairment rating, but you're also concerned that not all your conditions are being accepted, or if you're not getting income benefits, even though you're not working, these issues may be something that could be considered if caught early enough. Depending on when your exam is and how it was requested, we may be able to assist you to include issues that were not initially asked of the designated doctor. This might not be possible in all cases, but is certainly something that we could assist you into looking into, since any additional requests would have to be requested and approved timely in order for the designated doctor to be notified that the issues or conditions have been added. It's also important for you to know what conditions you have been diagnosed with so that you can speak with the designated doctor more freely about your conditions and the treatment that you've been provided up to that time.
Is there anything that I need to take with me?
Before your exam takes place, your treating doctor also receives an order from the division to send all medical records. You can remind your treating doctor of your appointment to make sure your doctor sends all your medical records. The records sent should include any records from specialists as well. To make sure that the designated doctor has all the most up-to-date records, you can take copies of recent medical records. This would be especially important if you had any recent diagnostic testing, such as MRIs, CTs, or any recent procedures such as injections or surgeries. Another thing that could be important to let the doctor know is whether you have been recommended additional treatment. A recent medical record with the recommendation for new treatment or surgery would be important for the designated doctor to review. If the DD does not have all your records, the report could be deemed unadoptable. So it's vital, in order for the report to be correct, that all records have been received and reviewed.
Is there something more I can do to make sure the designated doctor knows all of my conditions?
One thing you should have received from us is a helpful worksheet that can be filled out and taken with you to your exam. This is something that you can start filling out before our preparation appointment and that we can assist you with to complete at your appointment with us. This worksheet will review the history of your accident, which would be your memory of what happened when you were injured. It will also give a chance for you to write down your symptoms and the treatment you have received. The insurance company sends a summary report to the DD about what they believe is important about your injury and claim. It's a good idea for you to do the same thing by filling out the worksheet and using it as a reference at the DD examination, and maybe even leaving it with the doctor. Filling out the history ahead of time also helps make sure you don't forget to tell the DD something important about your injury and treatment history.
So what kind of exam is this? Will I be required to attend in person?
The exam will require a physical examination. The doctor or their staff performs a physical examination, takes measurements, and will most likely observe how you walk and move your injured body parts. This often means your gait or your range of motion. While the DD can get assistance from their staff to complete some of these tasks, the DD should be present in the room and must be observing.
Is there anything that I need to make sure to discuss with the designated doctor?
When you speak with the DD about how your work injury occurred, make sure to be detailed about the accident. By this time, you most likely have already seen many doctors about your work accident. But remember that this doctor needs a full detailing about how your injury occurred, often referred to as your mechanism of injury, to get a full understanding not only of the accident, but of how you injured each of your body parts that were affected. This allows the DD to get a better picture of how and if each of your diagnoses and symptoms are related. It's important to be forthcoming and consistent in relating of these events. Small details could be important to get a bigger picture of what occurred. So let's get some scenarios where it makes a difference how the injury is explained to the designated doctor. Explain the injury completely. The injured employee fell down the stairs at work. When the injured employee goes to the designated doctor, she explains that she fell down the stairs, twisted her ankle, hit her elbow, and then landed on her back. What considerations could have made this a better explanation to the designated doctor? The injured employee should consider explaining if they were carrying documents or boxes and missed a step. They should explain if they slipped on a stair or there was water. It would be best to explain what they felt at that moment, what body part hit the railing or stairs, and in the order that they can recall. The injured employee should let the doctor know if they felt or heard a pop from their ankle, knee, or arm. It also makes a difference whether the injured employee can recall the entire situation or if they had a loss of consciousness. So let's try this again.
Doctor, while I was at work, I took the stairs to get some boxes to the filing room. It had been raining all day and the stairs were wet. I slipped on one of the steps and felt my right ankle twist. As I was falling, I dropped the boxes and felt my elbow hit the railing. I landed on my back in the stairwell with my left leg underneath me and I hit my back. When I fell, I heard my right ankle crack as I tried to gain my balance.
In the scenario, it made a difference to explain the injury completely, so the designated doctor understands what happened and in the order that the accident occurred. Remember, it's important to be honest about the accident and to be as forthcoming as possible. So let's move on to some other things that might happen at the designated doctor's appointment that are important for you to know. If the DD feels that additional testing or a referral to a specialist is needed, they might send you out to get that completed. It's important that you comply and attend, as the DD will not be able to complete their report until the additional testing or referral report is received. Where this can delay the time the report is issued, it can give additional information about your condition that the DD needs to give a complete analysis of your condition. You should also ensure that if you have a pre-existing condition that is to the same body part as your work injury, you should explain that to the designated doctor and be upfront. Not being upfront can be seen as the DD missing important information to properly evaluate your work injury and to determine if certain conditions are related. However, it is important to explain how this work injury is different from the previous injury or the previous injury that was already resolved.
Is there anything that I need to do after this exam?
After your exam, it's a good idea to jot down anything you find concerning during your appointment while your memory is still fresh. If you tried to leave your history or other medical records and the DD would not accept them, take note and let us know.
Is there anything else I should be aware of?
The final report could include observations that the doctor or staff have made prior to the exam or throughout the time of the visit. It could also include statements made to the doctor or staff. As this information could be made part of the completed report, it will be shared with the division and with the insurance carrier. Make sure to be on time for your exam and to be courteous and respectful to the staff and to the doctor. After you attend the DD exam, contact your ombudsman to confirm the appointment took place and to schedule a post-DD appointment. This appointment is to have the ombudsman review the report with you. You should know that once you attend the appointment, it will take approximately 3 weeks before you receive the report from the designated doctor. This report will be submitted to the division and exchanged with all parties. You'll get a copy, and the insurance carrier will also receive a copy. Once you receive the report, you can take it to your doctor to review. Don't forget your post-DD appointment with your ombudsman, where you can discuss the outcome of your report, and OIT can assist you to dispute the report if you disagree with the DD's determination. Be on the lookout for the report. If this report was done for the issues of maximum medical improvement and impairment rating, and you're not in agreement, you will have 90 days to dispute that report timely. It's crucial that you dispute the report within 90 days of receiving it, as this is a very strict deadline. OIT can assist you in disputing, so it's important that you notify us immediately so that we can assist you in filing the proper forms timely. Be aware that you're entitled to get an alternate certification of MMI-IR from your treating doctor. If your treating doctor is not certified to do an MMI-IR exam, the treating doctor would refer you to a doctor who's certified to perform the exam. You can also dispute the designated doctor's opinion on other issues, but you will not be held to such a strict deadline. Again, reach out to OIC so that we can assist you in filing the proper forms to dispute.